Okay guys, Swiss Moist Dilani Python Dinada Sana. So you're welcome to my course, and this is full stack web application by using Flask 2 and vue.js. So this is going to be one of amazing course I have ever lectured on YouTube. Okay. So before we go on demonstration, let me show you a simple let me show you how things works in the background. So this is actual API. This is Flask REST API, right? As you can see here on a browser, it returns data in JSON format. That's perfect. And you can actually test this API by using Postman or any way you are flexible to test the API. Like here, I can say I want to get the information of of all students, right? The method is get. So when I click here, you can see it returns information of students. So you can test the API by using Postman or by using any means of which you are flexible with, right? So that is a part of backend, and on front end, this is vue.js 3. As you can see, it is running on port 8080. Okay, before we go to the demo, please, if it's your first time to watch my video, don't forget to like, put comment, share, and subscribe. Now let's go to the demo. So here on demo, I'll show you how we can perform all CRUD operation like insert, delete, select, and edit. So this is basically how we can select the information from Flask REST API on Vue.js. So here, let me start inserting the information. Let me say the student name is Fuba, email is fu@gmail.com. That's perfect. Course is SE, software engineering. Gender, let me say Fuba is a male. So what a magic when I click save. Oh Jesus, you can see we have successfully added a new item on list of students. If you can see here careful, you can see is create a new student. When I click edit, you can see it is edit student details. So here I can say full Motec. Oh Jesus, let me say Motec, right? Let me say Motec. It's simple. So when I click update, you can see we are able to update the student name from Fuba to Motec. If I click delete, you can see I'm able to delete the record. So that is all about the demonstration and the introduction of this course. Let us go to the other side of the fence where the grass ain't greener. Uno, dos, tres, vamos. Okay, here we go. Here there is a folder with the name resources. Actually, I've included this folder in the GitHub repository. So please check out the link below the video description. Go to my GitHub repo, then clone everything. Okay, I'll tell you how you can use the resources provided. Perfect. Here you can see there is a folder with the name Vue Flask. Okay, so this is actual like a starting project which contains router. So what you will need to do is make sure you get this folder, okay, open it with VS Code, then run command npm install so as you can install packages present in package JSON. Okay, so after running npm install, it will install the following packages: Axios, Bootstrap, Vue.js, Vue router. Okay, so that's perfect. After that, the next thing you need to do is actually to run Vue.js application. Okay, so let me come up here. So this is Flask Vue.js. Let me come up here, web. There is a vue Flask. I open it with VS Code. Okay. I open up a terminal. Okay. Open up a terminal, then npm run save. Perfect. This command will start vue.js development server on port 8080. Perfect. You can see once we go here, you can see this is actually our vue.js 3 project, an empty project with routers. As you can see, I can navigate between home and about. So that's all about. So let us come on the back end. Okay. This is JavaScript. Here in Python, create a folder Flask vue.js. Okay, then after you can open it with VS Code. Perfect. Then after create a file. Create a new file. What is happening? Python file. It should be up. Okay. Then after, before we proceed, make sure you have already installed the following packages. First of all, you need to create a visual environment. Okay, let me get back here. You need to create a visual environment. Here I have visual environment with the name vm, and it contains necessary packages for you. Let me come up here. I want to add a file for you. So here, let me run a command pip freeze requirements.txt. That's perfect. So I'm actually adding this file to your resources. It actually contains a list of packages for you to carry out this project. So let me copy it and add it here. Perfect. So after creating Python visual environment, what you'll need to do then after is to activate the visual environment. And actually, this is a command to activate visual environment. First of all, this is command to create Python vm. So this command will create a visual environment for you if you have already installed the visual environment. So after that, what you need to do after is to actually activate the visual environment. That is command. So this is Flask vue.js. So here, as you can see, we have app.python. Okay, it is Python file. So inside of this file, we are going to create a REST API framework. I mean, we're going to create a REST API by using Flask. I've not showed you how you can actually install these packages. So the command should be pip install ara, then requirements.txt. Okay. Requirements. pip install tz requirements.txt. Okay, let me copy. So .txt. So this command will install all the necessary packages for you. Here, as you can see, requirement already satisfied because I have already these packages installed in my computer. So here we go. As I've told you that we are going to start by creating a REST API by using Flask. So here we go. Import Flask of what we actually need to do. Okay, from Flask, import Flask JSON file, and we would need a request. Okay, after that, we need to import Flask REST API. Okay, so from Flask, RESTful, import resource and API. Okay, from Flask MySQL, because we are going to use MySQL database. So from MySQL DB, import MySQL. Okay, after that, we need to import course, which will allow us application to fetch, to consume API. Okay, so from okay, after that, import JSON. Perfect. Let me show you how you can use the other. First of all, let me do something like this. Okay, if name app dot run set debug is equal to true. That's perfect. Let us run. Flask is very simple. Okay, change the directory up to here. Okay, let me see what's happening. Cannot import request. This should be requesting. That's perfect. You can see we have already Flask application running. So let us come up here. You can see the request URL was not found on the server. So never mind. I have given you resource, the database. And here, once you open it, let me open. You can see there is a table student. Okay. And there is ID, there is name, there is course, there is email, gender. Okay. So I hope you know how you can use this. It's actually to copy, create a database, with the name testy on your PHP my admin, right? After that, open a console, then paste this, or you can choose to import. Okay, you can import this students.sql, so as you can have your data into database testy and the table students. That's perfect. Let us make a database configuration for our Flask web application. First of all, let us allow cross sharing of resources. Okay, after that, let us make configuration for our application. So MySQL host is localhost. This is actual the IP of database server. Okay, user root. Put your MySQL database password. Perfect. Then after, specify the database. After that, let us run our Flask application. You can see everything is okay. What if I change the database? Okay, let me refresh here. No worry. Okay, let us proceed. So actually now we are done with creating our simple Flask application with MySQL backend database configuration. So after that, what we actually needed to do here is let us create our API for table student. So class student resource. Okay. So here I can say return JSON file. Okay, I can say method is get, right? After that, let me add this to route of our REST API. Resource student. That's perfect. API API not found. Okay, this should be okay. So when I come here, say API slash student. You can see method get. That's perfect. A very big step towards creating REST API. So let us copy this method. Here it is going to be post. Okay. Here it is going to be put. That's perfect. Here it is going to be patch. So method is put. Here the method is patch. That's perfect. So if you have installed the API, let's come here. What happens if we select method as get? When I click save, you can see get. When I say post, you can see post the result. When I choose patch, you can see patch. When I choose put, okay, so far so nice, we are getting there. Okay, so the first thing we are going to do here is actually to select the information of students. But before we select it, let us create one method which will help us to convert data returned from MySQL into Python dictionary. Cursor, dot description, then you return. Okay, dict zip cross excuse me guys, should be for row. Okay, that's perfect. Now let us select information of students. Okay, so the connection is MySQL dot connection dot cursor, then execute bracket. We write our SQL select all from students. Data is equal to dict fetch all. We needed to close MySQL database connection after using it. Okay, then after, let's say we want to print data. Then after, we needed to return this data here. You can say data, not data, it should be, let's say students is equal to data. Okay, let us come here and select get method to see if we can fetch the information of students. Okay, no request. I think because it is the server is not running. Okay, so let us try once again. You can see MySQL is not defined. There is an error. Okay, MySQL.cursor connection is not defined. Okay. Okay. So we have forgotten to define MySQL connection. MySQL and pass application. For that case, it should be okay. So let us try once again to fetch information. Cursor object has no execute. I think I've forgotten E. Execute. Yeah, it's true. It should be execute. So let's try once again. Okay, no database related. Okay, the database name is testy. Is here no this database? Okay. MySQL database is testy. Okay. In short, this configuration should come on the top. This will work. Let's try once again. Okay, no database related. Okay, let's try once again. Still no database is selected. What is happening? I think I'm messing up. This should be MySQL DB, not database. Let's try once again. Cursor is not defined. Where? Okay, for all in cursor. Copy this. Okay, let's try once again. Okay, I can see column is not defined. Which column? Okay. Oh, a lot of errors. Now we are getting there. We are able to fetch information of students. So wait me there. So the next thing we can do here, let us open this. Copy it. Actually, this is a Flask tool. Copy everything here. Then let us come here. Okay, in our views, we need to create a file with name student view.view. Okay, here what you actually need to do is, let's say, template. Then you paste everything here. That is perfect. Okay, let us come here in a router. Open index.js. Okay, here we need to import a student from that's perfect. Let's put here student. We can say student, and here we can say the component is a student. That's perfect. So when we come here, you can see we're getting there, right, guys? So let us remove this. Okay, let us just comment it. It's looking very beautiful. Okay, so the next thing to do is to select information of students and display them on this bootstrap table. I can actually show you how you can link your application with bootstrap. I am very sure that you installed the bootstrap by running npm install. Let me show you. Bootstrap view. Okay, so what you need to do, let me add something in your resources file. Okay, let me check out something here. YouTube. Okay, so let me copy this folder and add it in your resources. So what you actually need to do is to copy it and paste it in desktop. We have programs. Paste it here, right? You can just do something like this. Oh no, not here. Actually, here in resources, you need to paste it. I skip because okay, replace with perfect. So when I come here, you can see there is bootstrap. There is bootstrap.css and there is bootstrap.mini.css, right? So what you actually need to do is, okay, after successful installation of packages, when you open node module, you will find a folder named bootstrap. Then after in this css, you will need to copy this bootstrap. I just took this bootstrap file from this folder and I pasted it here. So this is bootstrap view. Okay, And how do you link your vue.js application with Bootstrap? So here in main.js, you just need to import like this. That is how you'll have succeeded linked your Bootstrap, your vue.js application with Bootstrap. So at the very end of student view, write script. Perfect. After that, we need to import Axios from Axios. After that, we need to export default. Export default. Okay, export default data. Then you return. Okay, that is perfect. Okay, here is, let's define API, and our API URL is here. So let us copy it and paste it here. Okay, we need to, let me say students. Okay, we need the current student. Another data we need is student. Okay, student will have ID. Name. Email. Course. And a gender. That's perfect. So these are the, can say, variables data we'll be using. Okay, after that, let us create a method for fetching information from our API. Okay, here I can say methods. Okay, so the first method is get students. Okay, we are using Axios. The method is get. Okay, the URL is this dot API. You remember what is API? Our URL for API. Okay, first of all, let's say this is our URL. Anyways, let's make something very short. This is our API. Okay, okay, what you want to do here, So dot then can say something was expected. Okay, Axios. There is error here. I don't know where it comes from. Okay, dot then. Okay. Let's say response console.log response. Okay, let's say this is our method for fetching student information. So here let us add something. Let us add the view hooks, which is mounted and created. Mounted console log DOM mounted. Okay. This should be created. DOM created. Document created. So actually this will be executed during the rendering of the page. This will be executed after the document has been rendered. So refresh here, we can console. So when I come here, you can see, okay, mismatch, okay, bootstrap. You can see DOM should be mounted, created, this mounted, created. So in short, created will start to be executed before mounted. Okay, this is on creation, this is after creation. So here we need to call our get student method. Okay, okay, we can see data here. Is here data? Yes, there is students, as you can see, but we get this error. What is happening? Okay, let us come here. Don't know what is happening. It is a was blocked, which actually don't need to bring this error. Index.js, where it is. So here in resources, let me delete. I can still get this. Okay. Oh, yeah. Sure. It's because here You actually need to remove this. Just remove this. Everything should be perfect. So you can see here we have data for student. Okay, so what we can do, you can say dot data dot students. Okay, perfect. You can see information of students. So how do we display them on Bootstrap table? Okay, first of all, we can take this, copy, then after we can say this dot students. Okay, so we take this and store them in students here. We declared it here. So after that, the way we display the information on table is like this. Here we can say v4 student in students. Okay, let's say we want to display the information. Well, let's say we want a student dot name, this, something like this. Okay, something like this. Okay, you can see we are able to display the information of our students. Okay, what we can actually do here is copy. There's course email gender. Course. Here we need email. And here we need gender. You can see we are actually done with selecting information from backend. What we needed to do here is to insert. But here you can see there are two forms. Form number one is for saving and form number two is for editing. So let us write if condition. Okay. Okay, let us put one condition. Okay. There is a current student to be edited. So here we can say v if object dot keys. Okay, this dot current student dot length. So in short, current student, here what you want to do is to count, to check if the current student is empty, if the size of current student is empty. This means that when user will click edit button, this current student will be populated with the current information of students to be edited. So before clicking the edit button, the size of this object should be 0. And here is a condition. So if the current student is equal to 0, is not equal to 0 means we want to edit the student, else we want to insert. So let me find here and I put the else. Okay, here there is Okay. Mm. Okay, I think it should be something like this. Okay, after that, let us handle the insert operation. Okay, and we are going to use v model, and the object student will be special for storing the current information of students to be inserted. This will be for storing the current student to be updated. So this is for student to be inserted, and this is for student to be edited. Okay. Here there is no, so here you can say v model, okay, v model. This is actual help us for two-way data binding. Okay, it will bind between the data inserted here on input and store it into student object. So this should be student.name. Okay, and here I can show you how smart is vue.js. So name I can say Moses. You can see here name Moses. So it is two-way data binding in vue.js. Okay, so what I'll do here is to copy this here. I say this is email, this is course, this is gender. Okay, so this is, as I've told you, that student object will be special for storing the information of student to be inserted in the backend. We actually don't need student ID, okay, because we set auto increment in the database, so we can leave it empty, right? It is as we wish. Okay, so you can say we don't need ID. Okay, perfect. So after that, the next thing to do here is to specify, to create the method for saving, okay, in the backend in our API endpoint. But also what we actually need to do is to set the action for the form. Okay, so our form is here at submit dot prevent, then save student. So this is our method for saving information of student. Let us create this method. That's perfect. What we actually need to do is we can copy everything from here and paste it in. So this is going to be post. Okay, this is our URL, but the data to be posted is in student dot then. So after that, uh, after saving, we need to clear the form. So here can you say something like this. Okay, save the form, but also we need to call this get student so as we can update the form, I mean our table. Okay, so let's come here and say full bar full at gmail.com, cause te gender male. So what happens when I click save? So here it says undefined. Okay, what is happening? Post. So anyways, you can do something like this. So this is post. I don't know why we have not successful. Okay, we are actually not able to save the information because it is not handled in the backend. So let us get back here. We are done with actual get. What we actually need to do here is post, so as user can be able to post the information. Dot get JSON. So let us print the data if we can see the data in the backend. Right. This actually should be request. Okay, so let's say this is full bar. Okay, let me copy the email. Cause te gender male. When I click save, okay, I think now we can get the data in the backend, as you can see, full bar and whatever. So after that, we need to save this information. Okay, so here you can say name is equal to data, email. The next information we need is cause. After cause is gender. Okay, let us create a MySQL connection as we did here. You can just copy this. Initiate MySQL connection. Okay, take this. So the operation is insert into table students. Name, course, email, and agenda. Okay. Values. Okay. So this will actually reserve a space for this is for name, right? This is for course, email, and agenda. Okay, that's perfect. Okay, here can return, can say message, new student created successful. That's perfect. Let us start. Okay, now let us insert. Can get the error. Okay, API, reason, course headers, a source, access, control, allow, origin missing. Okay, you have an error in your MySQL. Okay, I think this is an error. Let's try once again to insert, save. Oh, we can save, right? That's perfect. But after save, we need to clear this form. Okay, and this should be done. Okay, save student. Should be something like this. So here, let me say avamax. The email is avamax@gmail.com. Course, computer science. Gender is female. Avamax is a female. You can see it's amazing. So let us deal with edit before we wind up with delete. Okay. Can you copy this? Can say edit. Edit student. Method should be put. Okay, what information we need to path here is current student. As I told you that current student will be used for handling the current information of student to be edited. Okay, that's perfect. This will empty the form after submitting a form. Okay, now let us come here. So think here we need a button edit. Okay, here on table, where is our table? Okay, this is button edit. So here we can say on, this is click edit btn student.id. We want to get the ID of student to be edited. After that, we need to create this method. Okay, this will take ID, and then we just want to console log ID, console.log ID. So this will display the ID of student. Okay, so when I click edit, you can see ID of student is 33. When I click here, the ID of student is 28. Perfect. Since we are able to get the ID of student, what we actually need to do here is to search on the entire list of student, get the student with that ID, then after populate the information into edit form. Okay, it is very simple as that. Okay, because here we have a variable called with name of students, so this contains all information of students. So we can say this dot map student. Okay, here we can put a condition. So if a student dot id is equal to id, means we have matched the student. So let us console log. We have found the information of student we want to edit. Let's say student.name. That's perfect. So what happened when I click edit? You can see Amina Isa. When I click here, Ava Max. So things are very simple. So what we actually need to do here is current student. ID is equal to student.id. Name is equal to student.name. Gender, student.gender. Email, student.email. Since we have updated the current student object, so the next thing to expect here will see edit student form. can see. Okay, that's perfect. So after that, let us do something. Let us use v model to bind the data in edit form. So this should be current student. Here it should be .email. Here it should be cause. Here it should be gender. That's perfect. So when I click OK, can okay, let me see what's wrong. Okay, this is cause. This should be gender. This is email, current student. This is name. What happened? Can't figure it out. Name, email, cause, gender. So when I click here, okay, there's current student. This is the name. This is email. Okay, this is cause. This is gender. Let us come here. Let's see. There is ID, name, gender. Okay. There is email, name. Okay, there is no cause. So when I click here, you can see the form is populated. Okay. So after that, what we actually needed to do here, it's amazing. So we have already a method for updating. Okay. Let us copy this and paste it here. No. Big no. Okay. Big no. So here we can copy this and paste it somewhere here. And here we can say edit student. Okay, but we actually want to get um, we actually want to get the ID of student to be edited, right? So we are going to say okay. So let's edit. What's happen if I click update? Over. I can't update. I know why. This dot current student dot ID. Okay. So let me click here. So this is Ava update. Okay, so this is edit student. Okay, here what we take, edit student, take the information, this dot current student. That is perfect. What is actually happening in the background? Okay, we need actually to create the backend method for updating the student information. That's why you can see we don't get error, and yet still nothing happened. Okay, so we can copy everything from here up to here. Okay, the query is going to be update. Let me remove everything. Update students set name is equal to course is equal to the gender, where ID is equal to ID. So name, course, email, and agenda. Name, course, email, and agenda. Here we can say student. Let's copy this. Can say student updated updated successful. This post, I think everything is perfect. So let us come here on the back end, edit. So this is Ava update. You can see there is an error. Okay, not enough arguments. We actually need the ID here. Okay, let us update. edit. Still there is an error. Let us see. Not enough argument for format string. So here, okay, we need to add the ID here. So there is name, course, email, ID. That's perfect. Okay, let's click here. You can see we are able to update. So we can say Ava Max. Perfect. So let us wind up with the last part of this project, which is delete. That we are going to use patch method. So let us copy this. So this is going to be delete student. Okay. So on delete, we'll actually take the ID of a student to be deleted, and make sure we are able to delete the information of a specific student. Okay, that's perfect. So this will be taking ID. Okay, and here actually need the ID, which is ID. The method is patch. Okay, we actually don't need this. Okay, let us come here in the our API, backend API. So on API, we'll actually write a MySQL query, which will be for deleting the information. Okay, so it is very simple like this. Copy from here. Copy MySQL connection. Copy. That's perfect. Then we can say delete from student where ID MySQL dot connection dot commit. That's perfect. Delete from student where ID is equal to ID, and here can return a message that student is deleted successful. Student deleted successful. That's perfect. So let us come here on the front end. Copy this. Then here, let us say this is delete student. And we get the ID. So I think nothing more than winding up a session. And that's perfect. So when I click delete, you can see I'm able to delete. So actually this sums up the end of our today's session, where we have created full stack CRUD application by using Flask 2 and vue.js 3. If you find out this tutorial helpful, don't forget to share it to a friend, like, put comment and subscribe. Asante sana, thank you very much, merci beaucoup, muchas gracias, muito obrigado, kamsaid, amida, aita. I hope to see you in the coming tutorials.